This is Anthony Griff, A.D.D. Entertainment, in association with SPC TV. With me is Troy from the band Seether.
Hello.
We are in Des Moines, Illinois today, so Des Moines State Fair. So you guys are doing some off dates right now. Any big tours in the works?
Nothing right now. You know, we're just actually finished mixing the album, so we'll start working on that once we get a solid release date and figure out when we're going to start touring.
Okay. What can you tell me about the new album?
It's made up of songs that we wrote.
How many songs?
Well, we recorded 15.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably put 10 or 11 on the album and keep a few for, you know, use as soundtracks, whatever we can use it for. Brendan O'Brien produced it.
Okay.
And he just finished mixing it in LA. And I guess that's about it, you know. We've been working on it for a year, so we're pretty proud of it.
So would you say there's any particular underlying themes or anything like that, per se, or is it very wide open?
No, you know, I mean, lyrically that would probably be something for Sean to answer, but I think, you know, each song is an individual, you know, has an individual meaning to it, you know, something that Sean connects with.
Okay, you were previously in the band Dark New Day,
right?
Which you actually toured with these guys last time you were in Des Moines.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about how that experience with Dark New Day, you know, helped you with Seether right now? The whole transition, was the transition smooth, or how does that work?
Well,
out?
yeah, it was good that I kind of knew the Seether guys from touring with them. I mean, I've actually toured with them in two bands. I was in a band called Double Drive, pretty far back around 2002, that I toured with Seether as the opening band, and then Dark New Day also. And you know, we just got pretty tight on those tours, got to know each other. Lots of beers and shots later, you know, we were buds, and it was kind of really good timing, you know, as far as it goes for me, because Dark New Day was kind of coming to the end of its cycle, and these guys were as a three-piece for a while, and they wanted to bring somebody else out, and it was good timing. And so the transition was, you know, it wasn't hard to come out and be kind of one of the guys in the family, because I'd been around them a lot.
So how was it directly on the record, whenever you're putting all these songs together, whenever it goes from a three-piece to Hey being the new guy in the band, was there any, you know, trouble at first trying to get comfortable enough to propose any ideas, or did that also come pretty smoothly?
Oh, well, we toured for, I think I was touring with them for about 2.5 years before we started writing.
Yeah.
And Sean, you know, I always carry my laptop on the road, and I usually have my Pro Tools stuff with me, so we had written some ideas together. You know, we kind of got the ball rolling way before we started actually really working on this album. So no, it wasn't weird. It was a pleasant surprise. You know, I think this album was done a little differently from most of the Seether albums, because we wrote this as a band, and it was a lot of fun. You know, and everybody got to, you know, give their input and put their stamp on it.
Okay, do you think there's really been, or has there really been environmental change between the band? You know, because you were with them whenever Pat was there, and Eugene before he unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
Would you say there's, I guess the atmosphere is any different than it was, you know, since the changing of that, since you came in, since you did tour previously?
At first, you know, it was kind of, I was a good friend of Eugene's too, so there was kind of a, you know, a cloud looming, you know, everybody, you know, you just felt it, you know, we were all missing Eugene, and but we actually openly talked about it and got a lot of stuff out. I think it was kind of therapeutic in a way for all of us to be together, because Eugene lived in Atlanta for a while, and that's where I live, and he was actually, when he was off the road, my wife and I would let him watch our kids, so we could do whatever, you know, and you know, was a great guy, and I think it helped us all to be together for that. But, you know, I think as time passes, you know, I mean, we remember him, but I think the pain isn't as sharp now, you know, and I guess the partying's, you know, John doesn't party anymore. We used to drink a lot together and watch A.D.'s videos, but I mean, we still do all the same stuff, you know, it's just a little bit more mellow.
Yeah, so what was the idea for Careless Whisper? I heard one insight that was a joke. I heard another rumor that it meant something to the members.
Yeah, I think Careless Whisper was kind of a joke between Sean and Dale, an inside joke. They would, you know, if they heard it on the radio and they're in their car or whatever, they would call, you know, say Dale would call Sean and, check it out, man, and, you know, the sax solo. And it was kind of their little love song, I guess, as a joke. So, and then when we had been asked to do a Valentine's song for an iTunes compilation. And they gave us this list of songs, and, you know, there was some cool stuff on there, but we were trying to decide if we really wanted to do something serious or have fun with it. And Careless Whisper seemed perfect. And we had actually played that song at Soundcheck one day in Australia when we were over there, just joking around, and then when that came up, we were like, man, that'd be pretty funny, you know.
Yeah.
So let's do it. And surprisingly, people, you know, really attached to it, and it did well.
I find it amusing that you were talking about how they came to you about Seether doing a Valentine song, because whenever you listen to a lot of Sean's lyrics, you see that dysfunctionality, you hear it, and you don't think, hey, yeah, look at Love Her, for example. You don't think, you know, hey, I'm going to go ahead and play this for a girl right before I propose to her, you know?
Well, I think it was kind of you know, Seether's kind of tongue-in-cheek, you know, and I think it was the tongue-in-cheek way to wish people happy Valentine's Day. I mean, it's a breakup song, kind of, you know.
Nothing says Valentine's Day like George Michael.
Break up with your gay lover.
Okay. In general, do you see any of the B-sides coming out in the near future? I know that Seether had done the live album. They've done the rearranged arrangements, you know, with the second re-release.